Welcome to summer. Thank you for coming out to Fridley 49er Days. What a great time we had this year, followed by 2 days of learning and laughter at this year's safety camp. We take a look back at June fun and a look forward to upcoming events in this edition of Community Connection. Thank you for joining us. I'm Raquel Strand and this is Community Connection. The grand opening event for Springbrook Nature Center is coming up fast and excitement is building as they get ready to open their doors. Here's Springbrook Director Mike Mayer with a look at what's to come.
Hello, my name is Mike Mayer, Director of Springbrook Nature Center. Behind me is the all-new Interpretive Center that will open on Saturday, July 30th with a ceremony to be held from 1 to 4 p.m. Over the month of July, we'll be wrapping up all the construction. We'll have all new exhibits installed into the building, and we will have a beautiful new facility that will be ready for the public on July 30th. Even before that date, we'll be running some of our summer camp programs in the building, and we may open a little bit before the 30th if everything is ready. But starting on July 30th, we'll be resuming our normal hours of operation and invite everyone in the community to come out to that celebration. We'll have the Fridley City Band playing. We'll have a variety of different activities for people of all ages, anything from tours of the new building to hikes. And we'll even have some free ice cream that's sponsored by Grandpa's Ice Cream here in Fridley. So it'll be a wonderful celebration to kick off the opening of this incredible new Interpretive Center facility. The all-new Interpretive Center at Springbrook Nature Center features a renovation of the existing 5,000 square foot building and has an addition of 8,000 square feet. So the two structures really are seamless right now, and the end result is an incredible interpretive center that will feature all new exhibits. We'll also have public spaces that would be classrooms. There'll be 4 different classrooms, but that space can also open up to function as one large room that would be a perfect place for community celebrations, anything from parties to wedding receptions. So we're really excited to be able to offer new opportunities for the community to use this space for their own celebrations and events. Some of the other things that we'll be doing as a Nature Center staff, we'll be able to expand our programming. So we'll be doing new public programs, anything from sort of parent-child preschool classes to expanded family programs on the weekends. We'll be able to offer additional things like birthday parties, and even our own special events such as Pumpkin Night in the park will change because we have new capabilities with this facility. So we're very excited. As far as how the building will work, it was designed so that we could have visiting school groups and the public enjoy the space at the same time. So there's access to classrooms. You can see right behind me, there's actually exterior doors, so we can have a school group come out and they can get off the bus and go right into the building through those exterior doors without necessarily creating a lot of noise or other disturbances for a family or a group that may just be enjoying quiet views of wildlife or going through the exhibits. So the expanded space really will function very well for both scheduled groups and also just people coming in to enjoy nature, enjoy quiet, beautiful views into nature. And one of the things that we really excited about is the views and sort of the seamless nature between the outdoors and indoors. So if you can see behind me, the glass that's in the building is a bird-safe glass. It has an etching in it that would deter bird strikes, but also it allows us to have these incredible vistas out into nature. The event space and classrooms have about 15 feet of glass looking out onto a prairie, and even the public exhibit space has some incredible views where people may have been used to coming out in the past and watching deer, watching birds. Those same views and sort of wildlife feeding area will be available. So we're just super excited to be able to celebrate the grand opening of this facility Saturday, July 30th from 1 to 4 p.m.
Come see a decade-long vision become a reality. Don't miss the Springbrook grand opening on Saturday, July 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. Bring the whole family and celebrate this community milestone with music, ice cream, tours, and more. Find directions and details online at springbrooknaturecenter.org. Night to Unite offers yet another chance to get out and celebrate community. Coming up soon on Tuesday, August 2nd. Night to Unite gives neighbors a chance to connect with each other and strengthen ties with police. Here's Director of Public Safety Brian Werke with more.
Hello, my name is Brian Werke, Chief of Police with your Fridley Police Department. We invite everyone in the community this year to take part in this year's Night to Unite neighborhood gathering. It will be held on Tuesday, August 2nd, with some parties starting as early as 5:30 p.m. Night to Unite is important to all of us. We want everyone in the community to get to know their neighbors a little better. You are the eyes and ears in our neighborhoods. Crimes are solved every day because of the neighborhood involvement. No one knows what is happening in a specific neighborhood better than you. Night to Unite is also a great opportunity for our community members to interact with your neighborhood resource officers from the Fridley Police Department. Each neighborhood in Fridley is assigned 2 neighborhood resource officers who want to build on our partnerships and listen to all of you about what is going on in your neighborhood. This year, our Night to Unite theme is Forward and Focused. The police department has a new vision with many new crime prevention programs and educational opportunities for not only our block captains, but all of our community members. We have a special emphasis on our senior population with many free programs offered to all of our seniors. The Fridley Police Department looks forward to spending the evening with you on Tuesday, August 2nd. Thank you very much.
New this year, you can register your neighborhood gathering online. Registered parties are eligible for special Night to Unite perks, including a visit from police, fire, or city officials. Submit your neighborhood party details online at fridleymn.gov/night-to-unite. Registration deadline is July 28th. And after Night to Unite, we jump right into election season with primaries on Tuesday, August 9th. Here's Fridley's election staff with what you need to know for the primary election.
Hi, I'm Deb Scogan. I'm the city clerk here at the City of Fridley, and I have Jake Foster, who's working with me this year, along with Roberta Collins. Jake is here to assist us with and ask us questions and help you with candidate filing information and absentee ballots. Jake, I understand that filings for office have closed. Can you tell me a little more?
Sure. Filings for office closed on May 31st. 2 candidates filed for office of mayor and 4 candidates filed for the council member at large.
So who filed for office?
The candidates for mayor in order of filing are Scott Lund and Drew Schutte. The candidates for council member at large in order of filing are Bob Barnett, David Ostwalt, Shauna Larson, and John Anderson.
What happens now that there are 4 candidates for the office of council member at large?
As there are 4 candidates that filed for the council member at large, their names will be on a ballot for the primary election, which will be held on August 9th. The 2 candidates that receive the most votes will move on to the November general election. In November, both offices will be on the ballot.
So people should remember that there is a city office on the ballot this fall in August, so remember to get out and vote for your council member at large.
Deb, can you tell me a little bit about absentee voting?
Sure. In the past, you needed a reason to vote by absentee that you would not be there on election day. The state law has changed, and now any eligible voter may vote by absentee. You no longer need a reason. It's a great way to vote if you're homebound, disabled, or want to avoid the long election lines on election day.
When does absentee voting begin?
Absentee voting begins 45 days before each election. The absentee voting period for the primary election actually begins Friday, June 24th and ends the Monday, August 8th.
How can somebody obtain an absentee ballot?
You can vote by absentee ballot through the mail or in person after completing an absentee ballot application. To obtain an application and instructions on how to vote, you may call City Elections at 763-572-3523, email elections@fridleymn.gov, or visit our website at www.fridleymn.gov/elections, where you can download a PDF of the application form and instructions on how to vote. You can register online for an absentee ballot to vote by mail, and you can also check your status of your ballot at that registration.
Can you vote in person via absentee ballot?
Absolutely, you can vote in person at City Hall. Our address is 6431 University Avenue Northeast. We're right behind the fire station. After we receive your application, you'll receive your ballot and be able to vote at the same time.
What are the hours of availability for absentee voting?
City Hall will be open June 24th through August 8th, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And we will be open the Saturday before the election on August 6th between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, we'd love to see a big turnout for the elections. So remember, if you won't be available to vote on Election Day at your regular polling place, you can vote by absentee ballot.
And speaking of council seats, let's take a look at what's going on with the Fridley City Council. Here's City Manager Wally Weisselpohl with a June Council update.
Hello and welcome to the Council Update. I'm City Manager Wally Weisselpohl, and here's what our Council was up to for June, and we met on the 13th and the 27th. As always, we begin with a workshop, and both times the City Council discussed the potential of a new civic complex on the former Columbia Arena site. Now, if you recall, this was the site that was the subject of some community meetings last year, and it was identified as a good place for a mixed-use development to include residential, park, and a civic complex. And that civic complex was the subject of discussion on the 13th and the 27th. The council did see for the first time a site layout from the architects of how that new civic complex might look. And they made some comments, and later on in the month of July, we're going to hold a civic meeting to get some public input on that whole process. The decision of whether or not there will be a new City Hall, Public Works, Police, and Fire is yet to be decided. That'll come later on in November. On to the regular business of the City Council, we had some special use permits that needed to be updated, including one at 5300 4th Street, and this was for a nursing home type facility that will be allowed to have 28 service rooms inside of it. We also heard a special use permit for 513 Fairmont, and on that location, the mobile home maintenance owns the property next door as well as that location, and that vacant lot's going to be turned into a parking lot to ease some of the problems that the neighbors are experiencing. There'll be some fences and things like that to mitigate the impacts, and that was a special use permit. The council also approved a contract, and this was with the county and the state of Minnesota so that our code compliance complaints can be filed electronically, saving the city some time and expense. We had a landscape partnership grant that was approved by the City Council with MnDOT, Minnesota Department of Transportation, and this allowed for us to plant some plantings, trees, shrubs, that kind of thing at the East River Road 694 interchange to beautify that area. They extended a variance for 6940 Hickory Drive, and at this location, the homeowner wanted to expand and make a two-car garage out of a one-car garage, and needed some variances from the Planning Commission and the City Council. They got those variances a couple of years ago, and they are required to get an extension of that variance every year if they don't get the work done. And there were some extenuating circumstances in that family that required them to ask for an extension, and the council granted that for 1 year. We had some public hearings to deal with alcohol. Public hearings are an opportunity for the public to come and make comment about the particular item. In this case, the council was going to consider allowing alcohol to be served at Springbrook Nature Center, to allow 3.2 alcohol, which is the beer and wine, to be sold at Freedom Gas Station, and then also a 3.2 alcohol license for Panchero's Restaurant, newly opened on 53rd Avenue in the Fridley Marketplace. We also had a public hearing on alcohol for brew pubs and micro distilleries. And even though there aren't any in the city of Fridley, this new ordinance will allow those types of facilities to open up in the city of Fridley. So the public hearing was held. There were comments made about the subject matters, and the public hearings were closed. The city council in each one of those cases approved the new ordinances to take effect. And then finally, in more mundane business, the council heard the comprehensive annual financial report for 2015. This is where the city auditors take a look at the books for the city of Fridley, making sure our practices for financial accountability are up to snuff. They make their presentation to the council and file that report. And I'm glad to say that everything looks good as far as the city's financial practices goes. So that's the update for June. I'm Wally Weisopel, your city manager. Thanks for tuning in.
Do you have an interest in art or a visual eye? If so, we need you. You are invited to an introductory discussion on public art at the Fridley Community Center on Tuesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. Let's brainstorm on how to define and beautify our city. Everyone is welcome. And if you missed the meeting, you can still get involved. Stop in or call the Banfield Locks Center for the Arts to learn more at 763-574-1850. For hours and directions, visit www.banfield-lock.org. We look forward to seeing you out and about all summer long. Get the latest city news online at fridleymn.gov or follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Now before we go, let's take a look back at this year's Fridley 49er Days and Safety Camp. I'm Raquel Strand. Thank you for watching.
been a production of Fridley Municipal Television, Channel 17. Thanks for watching.